What's poppin', Real 16 TV? It's Cuz OP here, back with another reaction. Young Prosper in the building. This time we're reacting to the Joe Budden podcast. 50 Cent reunites beef with Omari Hardwick. If you ain't ever seen Power, Omari Hardwick is the lead cast member of Power. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of like the follow-up shows. I don't mind the original one. It's pretty good too. Video starting now. I'm pressing play.
Fucking 50 Cent just went on Breakfast Club or wherever he went, and he was talking about, he was responding to Omari Hardwick's comments about being underpaid on Ghost. 50 was like, I think he overvalues himself, and he went on and said more. But it got me to thinking, well, not me thinking, because I know the answer to this already, but present it to the audience. Who is the kingmaker? Like, who made that Power universe go? Omari Hardwick, or Ghost? Because if it's Ghost, then it's the people that created Ghost.
The writers.
And that being said, if 50 Cent made it go, but to me, Ghost is actually just what's his name? James St. Patrick. Ghost is Tariq, and I'm not saying Tariq is better than his dad. He's not better than his dad, but it's just more like he grew into that role per se. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say people were into it for the show. I don't even think people really, even though I've seen them in Next Day Air and stuff like that, I don't think people, when they see you, they even think about it, what your real name is. And me and you, my real name is really close to his real name. Like literally the I is the only different. So like, I don't even think of you, I think of you as Ghost or like Tariq's daddy or something like that.
And if you leave,
that's not necessarily a bad thing. That means you did a really good job.
We can go create Ghosts.
50-50.
No, it ain't.
It is.
It's not true.
It is.
Explain to me.
Because, listen, you can have a fabulous script. It's words on paper. It's the interpretation of the actor and the artist that makes those words jump off the paper and become the performance and become the character that we...
And not to talk too much, I'm not saying that she's wrong. I agree with her. I think that if you act the role really good to the point where we believe that you were the person, you did an excellent job. But that says to the story and a combination of your job that's actually 50-50. But if you're just a good actor, nobody even care what roles you playing. It's just always like, all right, oh boy, they say he always Deadpool. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Reynolds, they say he always Deadpool. Or The Rock isn't very, like, he not bad, but he ain't like the greatest of all time, but he always The Rock. But you know them for them. But if you acted really good, sometimes people forget you. But then I don't know, because Denzel Washington, even though every role that he played, we really believe him as him in that role, we still think Denzel Washington. Same with Samuel L. Jackson. Same with a lot of other actors. So that's what I'm saying. No disrespect to Omari Hardwick or nothing like that, but I feel as though, and mind you, I'm more of a fan of the follow-ups. Like the Raising Kanan is pretty good, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. He probably was underpaid, but I don't know if he was the driving force of the show.
Fucking love to hate or hate to love, but we still are fucking invested.
I agree with
That's why I say it's 50-50.
It's not 50-50 till it is.
There you go. So do you think?
That's why?
Okay, no. So
intellectual property exists.
I understand that. So my point is that Omari Hardwick isn't talking about day one. I was underpaid from day. He's talking about the whole scope, the whole 6 years. So season 1, after season. Oh, what? Well, 5. 5 because he died, right?
4 or 5. No, go ahead.
Okay, basically,
yeah, 5, I believe.
Kind of became the show. People watched for Ghost's performance. They did.
That's not true.
And that's what the problem was. That's wrong. Because
respectfully
too.
They like this.
They did an amazing job. People bought into Power, the entire collective, and we have proof of this because niggas is watching Tariq, niggas. Pardon me, are watching Tommy and Kanan and all of the other things.
All of that stuff is associated.
Let's not look for a second. It's not as a result of Omari Hardwick. It's as a result of people buying into the Power universe and what it offered. Yeah. I think the script.
So in Tariq's case with Ghost, people wanted to see what Tariq did after spoiler alert, but if you ain't watched that shit by now, you just behind. After he killed his daddy and shit, and he move on and start doing his life. Raising Kanan is because you want to see the beginning of Omari Hardwick and goes to James St. Patrick and Tommy's story, but at the same time you want to learn about the dude that they eventually like fuck over, and that begins the show. So he like the most famous character really in the show, and he ironically is 50 Cent. So it's like, oh, and then Tommy's show, I think people get a kick out of Tommy. The first season of Tommy's show was great. The second season of Tommy's show, I ain't gonna lie, I don't like how he turned on the Irish chick. I thought that shit was smart. I was fucking with the whole Irish chick thing. Like, I thought that shit was smart. But regardless, we gonna go back.
Especially in the first couple seasons, was amazingly written, and they were all carrying out. It was a whole bunch of moving pieces. He was a big piece in that pause, but he wasn't like the end all be all to the Power universe. So I think it was a marriage, and I wouldn't say it was 50-50. I would say it was 70-30.
Fair. I fuck with that.
I
That's fair.
disagree now I'm thinking about it, because I think about what Robert Downey Jr. did for the MCU.
It's different.
No.
How?
Nobody gave a fuck about nothing.
Hey, hold on. But he didn't do them quite a favor. He was the best person for the role. I fuck with Robert Downey Jr. But Robert Downey Jr. was going through all types of shit. And then this role that just happened to be great for him popped up. And you can't really say he was the man and then he did them a favor, because he was a good actor before that. But we know him for Iron Man. It's one of them roles where it was created so perfectly that you got to act it. I think that leads back into my original argument. If we wrote the role so good that we just had to find a person that we felt like, okay, good, you'll personify our idea, for lack of better choice of words. It's like, is that really you doing a good job, or it was just you looking for a job and these niggas created the perfect role for you? Not saying you should get paid more or less, but in the case of Iron Man, it was like, bro was perfect for Iron Man. Now they got this nigga being Dr. Doom, and unless he like Dr. Doom as in the comic book Iron Man Dr. Doom, a variant, if he the real Dr. Doom, man, I ain't watching that shit. I'm gonna be 100, because that ain't the same. How is he gonna be able to pull that? If he can pull that off, respect, but I don't think he can pull off a whole nother person in the universe. And they're gonna make some weird Iron Man connection off of this shit. I just don't like this shit. I don't like the idea of that shit. But regardless, I wouldn't say that he did something for the Marvel universe. It was more like it was a collective idea. We bought into the idea that, oh, there's gonna be, at the end of Iron Man, there was a motherfucking scene, and he goes, I want to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative. It wasn't really Iron Man. It was them damn little scenes at the end. That was the most genius shit they pulled off. Them little scenes at the end. That's what they about to put. Did you see the end scene? They gonna do this in the next movie. Iron Man said something about the Avengers. When the Avengers gonna come out? That's what had the hype going.
Nothing MCU until Robert Downey Jr. does Iron Man 1 in 08.
That's why I say it is a thing until it
That's not
But that's what
true.
I'm saying.
People
is like
watch
Omari
Blade.
Hardwick is talking from the perspective of having
There
been
was no
ghost
MCU.
for those 4 or 5.
And regardless if Fox owned the X-Men, the people watch the X-Men movies forever. That's not some new shit. And people watch, what else is a Marvel movie nobody really fucking think is a Marvel movie? There's like a gang of movies where you don't even know they Marvel movies, but they are Marvel movies. It's like, people watch a lot of shit.
Seasons, whatever the case is. So he's not talking about being underpaid from like day one. There's probably not much of an expectation, but when it's season 5, is there an expectation that my pay is going to increase dramatically because of what I have delivered season after season after season? Then yes, I would say that he has a right to that.
But a lady created the script, right? So this is her story in the first place. 50 Cent then curated the script, and then after curating the script, they gave it to you. And if you hear how bro talk, respect, like I said, I like Omari Hardwick. He's in other movies I like and different stuff I like. But he's a very soft-spoken guy. He very like the opposite of what the character portrayed. So it's like, yeah, he did a good job, but he really just picked up a baton somebody already set out for him. Like, it wasn't like you did that. Like, somebody put you together to do that shit. So it's like,
Someone make me sound like I'm caping for the whites. Tell me what Omari Hardwick was in before Power.
I can't right
Yes,
now.
they are.
But you can't. Tell me what Robert Downey Jr. was in before Iron Man.
Jail.
He was in a bunch of shit before.
He making jokes.
I was trying to be funny.
Yo, Omar.
Tropic Thunder.
I remember
can't make
Omar
jokes.
coming
What's the movie with Zach Galifianakis? Is it Due Date? Or is that some other people? The one with Zach Galifianakis when they in the car and shit and they miss their flight.
Hold on now. No. Omari Hardwick. Oh, I remember him being in the movie with The Rock, with the kids. He was a gangbanger dude.
That one. Yeah.
Oh, Gridiron Gang.
You can't put Omari Hardwick, no disrespect, and Robert Downey Jr. in the same thing when you start talking about
We're just talking
MCU.
about the circumstance.
Yeah,
That was 50. I'm walking in the door as somebody that's established already.
When you become a
And
draw,
Robert
you can ask
Downey
for
Jr.
the
Yes.
draw perks.
Okay, so you don't think that Omari Hardwick became the draw after season 3, season 4, season 5?
Respectfully,
No.
Okay.
No, he was. Yes, he was.
not the draw.
he was a draw.
He was
a draw.
He was part of it. He was a
Man.
big part of it. I'm not.
I feel like motherfuckers was tuning in to see what kind of inhuman shit Kanan was pulling off. Kanan got lit on fire and survived. Like, you know what I'm saying? The draw was I think the draw is the hope that everything works out for them. Because obviously everybody likes the bad guy story from all the way back from the mafia to everything. The draw is that you hope everything works out for them. And then also another draw is the backstabbing and the moves everybody makes to like get to where they need to go. So you might be mad at this person's move because you like, dang, y'all could have figured this out all as a team or whatever. But now you hooked in because you like, bro, what they gonna do next? Like, it's like, bro, it seemed like they could just make this all go right, but somebody always make it go wrong, akin to real life to a degree. And that's kind of the draw that, you know, in real life, it's like, well, if everybody was on this note, we'd be fine. But then there's always gonna be somebody that ain't on that note, or there's gonna be somebody that's 50-50 about it, or some shit like that. It's akin to real life.
That's one.
Yeah, I'm not.
But everybody had bought into
Hold
him.
up. The creators of Ghost saw a way to continue this storyline without you. We get to lean on all the equity built from your great performance, and now we're going to develop the son.
Even bigger to my Robert Downey
We
point.
do not need what y'all are calling the draw.
And it works.
Omari is my man.
The key-
I absolutely love him and hope that he finds another role that is as successful for him.
But Tariq's done 4 seasons, and Kanan has done 3 seasons, and Tommy has done 2, I believe. It's just like they all gaining on your
People that are
seasons
putting
anyway.
this show together, everybody has a comp.
But check it out.
Everybody has a comp. Now let me talk.
What's comp?
A comparable, somebody who's like could easily
gotcha.
replace you.
Yo, if Ghost don't take this role, we're putting somebody else in this role that we think can do the role.
Sure.
And if that person don't take it, the story goes on and on and on. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say people overvalue themselves because you got to hit while the iron is hot. You do have to hit while the iron is hot.
And I think that if you are helping,
in the event that you turn away, it is totally on you what you do from there. And if it don't pan out, it don't pan out. When I left Spotify, they didn't plan for me to pan out. They planned for me to say, hey, we're offering you this money, take this money, the end.
You know what else they plan for? Their backup plan to work.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what I'm saying about Power. Yeah, they let them go because they felt like we could spin off with all this other shit. If that don't work, you're doing what the MCU is doing, and that's bringing Robert Downey Jr. back with a big battle.
and that was my point.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Yeah.
it's like he argued our point.
But they haven't done it. So there was a time period where you could say that if it was season 1 still of the original Power Book 2, back then we'd be like, damn, is Ghost still alive? Is he secretly still alive? Alright. Then you got Power, you got season 2, season 3. By season 2, you know this nigga ain't alive. They already saying it all in their videos, Mark Dark TV. Like, they saying it. Like, he not alive. We don't care what it's talking about. So they had no plans of bringing bro back. If he end up popping up, it's because they just decided to fuck with him. Because they said that shit. I remember watching every video reaction to the show and all that shit, and them being like, bro is not alive. them talking to the creator and she like, nah, he's gone. It's like they already had no plans of bringing him back. That's what I'm saying. That makes sense season 1, but the Ghost is over, nigga. Well, book 2 is over. Tariq about to go do some whole other shit, and it's probably gonna be on Tommy's show. So it's like that shit done. Like it's too late. And if his daddy's still alive, then why didn't Tommy call him? Not saying that's who he called.
Marvel felt the need to go bring him back and give him another role because that's a draw. It's sustained after that. That means he was a draw. Right.
If you go get the comp, hey, I left, them niggas went and got Rogan. Hey, game over.
And Robert Downey Jr., it's not that he's not a main component of this shit, but it's more like his death was bogus as a motherfucker. It's one thing if you would have had him go retire, but it's like, nigga, you had this nigga die just so you can have us. That's what's killing it'd be like, we need the movie to be dramatic. No, nigga, we want it to be comic book realistic. And I mean, for the people that don't know, they're like, whatever, we don't actually know shit anyway. But for the people that be knowing some shit like that, we like, bro, Iron Man don't die doing no shit like that. He leave off and go after that shit happens, he go with the Guardians of the Galaxy and he create that suit that he was using to fight then and be flying in space and doing Guardian of the Galaxy ass missions with these niggas for a while. And obviously his equipment got better because of space shit. And then that's when the black girl that creates her own suit, looking at the schematics of Iron Man shit with Riri Williams, that's when she pop up and do her thing. But it's like, yeah, to a degree, and I don't even read comics, and I know that. I read some back in the day, but I don't even read comics, and I know that. So it's more like, I'm sure more people was like, I don't think him dying right here made sense. It didn't. It didn't. Out of all the niggas that was going to die, they like, we need somebody to die. I'm like, people die in comics all the time. It just wasn't fucking Iron Man, and it wasn't like that. He did shit like get in trouble for being an alcoholic and shit like that. Regardless, hold on.
You never seen the Power Universe go write Ghost back in the story? No, that's what I said, because it worked. Only because it worked. Which means he wasn't the draw for the Power Universe.
Yes, he's not the draw. It's over.
No, Joe Budden.
Yep. So that was a good video. I'm fucking with it. But go ahead, continue to like, subscribe, and share. Continue to fuck with me. I still apologize. It has been a minute since I created some videos. Life be lifing like a motherfucker. And to be fair, if y'all start saying that, go back and watch my videos. I'm the original person that said that shit. Life be lifing. Whatever, it don't even matter, because niggas ain't gonna give me my credit no fucking way. But I am the original person to start saying that. But I'll holler at y'all. Be easy. Bye.